Okay, sure.
So now, see, before I ask you what question the visa officer has asked, I want to tell you a few things.
Okay.
Okay. Why do you think the visa officer will give you visa? What are the reasons? You tell me.
Okay. Uh, Currently, I have around 11.5 years of experience in the IT industry. And the recent position I held was a technical lead. So I was leading around 12 junior engineers. Now I've applied for executive MBA, which will teach me the skills that I require for getting a promotion. So to a technical manager role or further down the line for director of engineering, VP. So I feel that I need this course to complement my technical skills, to learn management subjects, to get promotions and increase in package. That is the reason I feel I will get this visa.
Okay. Now I'll ask you a second question. The second question: why do you think the visa officer should not give you visa? Tell me.
Okay. So one reason I felt was this is my second master's because first master's I had done in US itself, and I had also utilized the OPT and OPT extension. But I returned to India after before the OPT extension expired. So the one concern is I should be able to justify why I'm going for second master's instead of PhD. So that if I convince the visa officer, that's fine. Otherwise, he will refuse. Another thing is another reason could be that I should be able to prove that I have enough finances. So if I cannot prove, then I will be refused. And ties to the country. I have family here, extended family. I have wife, daughter, my parents. We live together in Bangalore. So I should be able to bring out all these points. Otherwise, I might get refused.
Fine. I'll tell you. The visa officer doubt is that after basically you finishing your MS in US, you doing your OPT, and then you coming back before the expiry, you are a good citizen. You know, you have been working here for 11.5 years, and even after that, you are not settled in India.
Mm-hmm.
So he doubts that this MBA is to basically go to US and to settle in US. So is
Okay. Okay.
am I making sense to you?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So the doubt is that you have done your masters, you have good years of work experience. Why at this stage you want to go for an executive MBA program
Right.
that the visa officer is having?
Right.
Okay. So
Okay.
that's why. Second, basically problem is if the higher the age, the visa officer refusal rate also increases. Why?
Right. Okay.
Because they feel the people who are going at a higher age are normally going to settle. So you need to prove that you are not going to settle, you are going to come back,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Right.
Because when you are young, you can take more risk. When you are at a particular age, your risk appetite also decreases. But if you
Mhm.
are taking a risk at this age, am I clear?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, you're clear.
Okay. Now there are other things also. For example, you have not taken your TOEFL, you have not taken your GRE. How many universities did you apply?
Apply to 4 universities.
So you know, how many acceptance?
I got only one acceptance because I got an early admit. Immediately, I got admit into this university,
Which university did you got an admit from?
Rutgers University.
Okay. So, you know, some in case the visa officer asks you, what's your GRE score? What's your TOEFL score?
Hmm.
And if you are saying that, you know, I have not taken my TOEFL because I have studied in US,
Mm-hmm.
so TOEFL was not a requirement for me.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Why have you not taken your GRE? Okay, I have been into this particular industry for 11.5 year work experience, and because GMAT was not required for me,
Right. Okay. Okay,
right?
sir. Yes.
Okay, now let's go to what question the visa officer asked you and how did you answer it?
Yeah.
In your first interview, what questions were asked?
So first interview, the question was my first question was why second masters.
Okay,
So I was not very well prepared. So I I just gave a vague answer.
What answer you
Basically.
gave?
So I told, okay, I have so much experience, and I want to get into management, and I want to learn management subjects. Um, and she gave the slip 214B.
Do you think there was a mistake from your end?
Yes, sir. I felt I could not explain very well. I did not explain very well. I just gave one or two word answers and one sentence answers. I felt I could have explained better.
Interview is more about selling yourself. In terms of visa, you are selling yourself to convince the visa officer to grant you visa.
Right. Okay.
Because the visa officer is going with the assumption that you are a potential immigrant.
Hmm.
And you have to prove that you are not a potential immigrant. The onus of proving that you are not a potential immigrant is on you and not on the visa officer. So the visa officer may ask you 1, 2, or 3 questions. If the visa officer is not satisfied, he'll give you the visa, passport visa. So every visa question a genuine student, which you did not you do it well.
Right.
Knowing that you have already appeared for the visa interview once, you have got your visa, US visa, you have been in US, you have been exposed to.
Then I want to study the subjects to get promoted to next level.
Why this question is asked? What has changed now? Why this question is asked?
Okay. So to basically, if I cannot explain well, so the previous visa refusal is will hold good. So basically, I will not be
This,
able to
see,
if I don't
basically,
justify.
why this question is asked is the visa officer believes that in your first set of visa, in your first interview, you carried some first, documents.
Right.
So he wants to know what has changed now. So have you changed your university?
No,
Okay. So have you changed your program?
no.
Have you added more finance? Have you added a sponsor? Have you taken some tests? What has changed now that you are coming again so that I can take your interview?
Right.
So if you have not changed anything, 25th of this month.
Yes.
So now if the visa officer is going to ask you what has changed now, how will you answer it?
Okay. So there are quite a few changes. First of all, I have applied to a more prestigious and more globally ranked program, executive MBA program at Rutgers University, which is the same university that I did MS actually. And then also I have more industrial experience working with good, renowned, reputed companies, which is useful. And I've also led a bigger team. Um, and I have experience leading and managing teams, some experience, and I want to take it further to the next level where I can apply for promotion as a technical manager or a director of engineering. So that has changed, and then also my finances. So previously I didn't have uh, the finances for this university. Now currently I have um, secured an education loan of 90 lakh rupees, and then I also have some savings from my previous employment, and my father is also sponsoring some amount. So total it comes to nearly twice the amount yeah, indicated in I-20. So that will cover both the those are the changes.
Brahmaji, I'm sure you must be taking a lot of interview, right? Yourself.
Yes, yes.
So when you basically take interview, what do you look at?
Um, uh, I look at the confidence level, the information that is given uh, should be uh, should be I would say it should have a logical structure. It should give the right answer.
Okay, just hold on. Okay.
Right,
When you take an interview, the interview would be of a longer period of time.
right.
When you go for a visa interview, the visa interview is hardly for 2 to 3 minutes. Right.
Mm,
So first thing is smile. Your big smile. You don't smile. You are so serious. Okay. When you speak, you are very monotonous.
okay.
Speak in one tone. Now imagine a visa officer. Imagine you as a person who is taking basically hundreds of visa interview. And if what happens to your ear is if somebody is going to be monotonous, your ear is not listening because it's continuously getting so much of information. Somewhere you're not able, your ear is not able to understand what you're saying. So you're
Okay.
just saying your answer, but probably it is not reaching to the visa officer, or
Okay.
the visa
Okay.
officer is not getting convinced. Your job is to convince to the visa officer.
Right.
It's not basically, you don't have a 30 minutes to give sufficient answer. You have just 2 or 3 minutes. Understand this first. So first thing is smile.
Okay.
Use your voice modulation. Don't be monotonous.
Okay.
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 Show your excitement. You look so serious. Now what happens is, with your thing, you look like a complete matured student. So there is always a fear with the visa officer that you're not going to come back. And then basically you are answering like, why, what are the changes I have done? Basically, I have also basically done to this. I have, taken a more bigger role. I have more responsibilities. I have done this. Nobody is listening.
Right. Okay.
So, and second, your answer is also a little wrong. I'll tell you what. What changes have you made in your application? First, be very clear. I have changed my university from earlier, whatever, to, okay,
Okay. Okay.
very, very clear, based on visa office to this university for executive MBA program.
Okay.
You're not selling yourself.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Sure.
So first point. Second point is I have added finances. Earlier, my bank balance or my funds was so much, and now my funds is this much. Okay. So these are basically clear. Your voice should be basically very clear.
Okay.
Okay, it should not be. Okay, my name is Richard Lasardo. I'm an MBA with 23 years of study abroad counseling experience. We do research-based counseling. Our basically objective is to give guaranteed admission to the research-based counseling. We provide counseling for all countries, all universities, all levels, all programs. You will get bored, man. You will basically say thank you, sir, and you will get out.
Okay.
So you have to understand that. Okay.
Sure.
So if I have to say this, I'm Richard Lasardo. I'm an MBA with 23 years of study abroad counseling experience. We are a research-based counseling center and we provide full-fledged study abroad counseling. We do counseling for all countries, all universities, all levels, and we provide guaranteed admission through this process. Makes difference?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Okay. So use your voice modulation. Use
Sure.
your convincing visa interviews to convince.
Okay.
That's overall application.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. The visa officer will then ask you, why have you changed the university? Now, why did he ask you the question? Because you are leading the visa officer. Your answer should lead the visa officer
Okay.
to ask questions. If your
Okay.
answers are not leading, or if you're just because you're monotonous, right?
Okay.
So if you're saying, I have changed my university from this university to this university, then the visa officer will say, okay, why have you changed the university? He may ask you. So you are prepared with that answer. Earlier, I'd applied for this university because of so and so points. But after the visa interview, I came to know that probably with my profile, I should apply to a better ranked university. I did few more applications, and this university offers so and so, which is better than the earlier university. I've also done a good correspondence with professors.
Okay. Right.
Makes sense to you?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Then he will ask you, what was your basically, why did you not increase your fund last time? Or what was your fund last time? What was your fund this time? Why did you not increase your fund last time? So last time my tuition fees was so much, my cost of education was so much, which was reasonably good enough. Now with the change of university, my cost of fund is this much, and my
Right. Okay.
am I making any sense?
Got
Right? You are not giving a good answer. So I was expecting a better answer. Better answer
Yes.
is convincing answer, right? Not basically you have said so many points, but only what 2 points were important in your answer. So now let's
No
okay,
scholarships.
okay. So when you are going to talk about your profile, you have to tell him, with 11.5 years of work experience, I have been managing different roles. And with this profile, I feel that I am basically now at a position where I can lead the company, for which I need an executive MBA program. This program has so and so things which will help me to basically, organize, plan, execute, which are important management skills, which I will be getting to this program besides program now. Right?
Right.
Why masters
Yes.
again? The earlier master that I done was into so and so, after which I have got 11.5 years of work experience. This is for me to go at a management level in my company, which is important because with this type of work experience that I have, I am
Yes, got it, sir. Thank you very much.
okay. All the best to you. Anything else?
Sure. I have a few questions, sir. So I'd like to have your suggestion. So I
Okay,
have
go ahead, please.
a few gaps in between. Gaps in the sense, I was between when I was switching companies, I had some small gap because I was doing some study on my own. And when after I
How many
returned to
years of
India, I
gap you
had
have?
some small
Just
gap.
answer my question. How many years
To,
of gap
to,
you have?
total is around 2 years, sir.
From when to when?
Um, so 2015 mid to 2015 end, that is 6 months. And when I applied for EMBA last time, that was around 11 months. And in between, I had another 6 months, sir. So total, it
Six
comes to
months,
around
six
two
months
years.
gaps are not so important.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it. Okay.
Okay.
So I wanted to shift. I wanted to look for new jobs. So 6 months is okay,
Okay.
acceptable. Okay.
Okay. During COVID, I had this around 11 months gap because I had applied for EMBA and then I was not getting visa dates. And I was doing some other projects for my brother because he's in Australia and I was doing some projects for him. So that will be considered as freelance. So, and then I got these rejections after I got my
So,
dates.
so you
So
are still
how
you
do
are
I
working
handle
or you
this?
have left your job,
I had left my job for EMBA last time.
and now
Now,
you're working with some other company.
yes, I had worked with Mercedes-Benz until recently up to May 2nd, and then I had to resign, and the reason was uh, for study. But
This is
it's
the
not a good
same
reason,
thing.
I feel, to give to the visa
That
officer.
was risky because you should not have resigned until you were sure of getting the visa. Visa
Okay.
it cannot be guaranteed. That was quite risky. Anyway, are
Okay.
you working now?
No, actually, I had resigned, and then I'm doing this process, and I plan to reapply if there is
So
another
you,
plan.
if they ask you for your education gap, tell them basically the truth that basically you resigned because you had applied for your visa and you had to serve the notice. So it was basically since visa dates were not available, I had got my visa dates last moment. So
Mhm.
I had to see that I had to apply, resign in advance. So once I get the visa, I will be able to fly to US. So
Right.
therefore, and once I have basically resigned, I have not taken up a new job because my intention is to basically, get into an executive MBA program and then basically come back and work at a higher management level. So
Right.
therefore, I have taken this gap, and I hope basically I get this visa this time.
Okay.
I have to
Okay.
be convincing, with your thing. See, everything is at your disadvantage. If you can't convince, it's very difficult for you.
Okay.
Everything,
Okay.
your age is at your disadvantage. You have done your masters, you are going for a double masters. Okay, it's not easy for you. So you have to be very aggressive.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
You can't be so basically, you can't be them, you're very flat,
Okay.
very flat.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
any other
take
thought?
this. One more thing is my family. I have a spouse and a daughter who are here, and so basically, if in the future, if I want to apply for F2 visa, will there be any issues?
See, I don't know, visa cannot be guaranteed. They may be getting a visa, no problem. They may not get. It's depend upon how you are able to convince the visa officer. So if your wife is able to convince the visa officer that this is a very genuine reason, and you want to go because and you have sufficient funds, and
Right.
funds should not be a problem. So maybe
This is one mistake actually that happened last time. Uh, Unfortunately, due to pressure of time, I had some mistakes in the DS 160 for the second
what
application.
mistakes?
I had actually reused the previous applications. When I went to Chennai for the first time, I had used one application. I did not have any issues at that time. Somehow, the same application was reused the second time I went. That was in around 15 days when I went to Delhi, and it had quite a few mistakes, and then those were identified. Um,
Well, I don't know what mistakes you have. If it's a silly mistake, grammatical mistake, no problem. If it's a major mistake, it's a problem. So I don't know what mistakes are you talking about. Is it
okay, so
grammatical mistake, or is it something that you have missed out on
I
complete?
had missed out actually. So I had to mention that I had got rejection previous time. Okay, okay, got it. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So
So all the best.
okay, thank you very much. And last question, sir. What do you think? How do you rate my profile, and how easy it is or difficult it is to get in?
It is difficult for you, and you are very, very dull in your talk. You
Okay,
need to practice. You need to basically, understand. You watch a lot of videos of public speaking, or basically comedy shows, and how these people basically use their voice
hmm,
very effectively, which is very, very important for you.
okay,
Okay, because you have to be, and smile. You are
hmm,
very, very serious person. Smile. When you smile, it shows your confidence when
hmm,
you are basically in front of the visa officer. Smile, feel confident, believe that you are going to get your visa, and
okay,
answer very convincingly.
okay, got it.